Hello, I'm Adam, and today we will use an old single board computer. Maybe you've got some lying somewhere, and there is a really nice use for those computers. In my case, I've got Banana Pi. It's a really old single board computer, but generally it has two cores and 1 GB of RAM, and generally gigabit Ethernet. Of course, SATA, because it was the first single board computer with SATA ports. But in my case, I want to use it as a ad blocking device, as a DNS server. And generally the installation will look same on every single board computers. We'll be installing pi-hole as a to act as a recursive DNS server. That means if we open same web for another time, instead of request to actual Google DNS servers, for example, we will get response from our own Banana pi-hole DNS server, which is improvement in privacy. And of course, we are getting our response faster because our DNS servers is located locally. Yeah. Okay, so let's move to the desktop. Okay, at the beginning we have to download the system for our board. In my case and in many other cases where the single board computer is not a Raspberry Pi, you are going to use Armbian because it's most popular and has still support for even older single board computers. In my case, I have Banana Pi, so let's head to download, then scroll down and you will find the filters for boards. Then I'm lucky because my Banana Pi is third in this list. Then we scroll down and unfortunately we've got a problem there because it says that is community support. Let me check another board. I don't know, maybe some a little bit newer. I have no idea, maybe this one. Yeah, that how it should look if your board should be updated and supported until now. But unfortunately my Banana Pi is not supported officially now, and there is only community support. So what now? We have two ways. What does it mean it's community support? If we go to the Armbian GitHub/community, there are community builds, and there we can see there is Banana Pi, there is Bookworm, newest Debian, or the Lunar, the Ubuntu one, and then there we can just download the image what we want, but the kernel is newest, branch is Edge, that means it's the newest available build. So generally I'm not sure if it will be stable, and I have installed this build and that's what appeared. So generally I wanted to put the pi-hole in my parents' house, so generally I want something stable. So unfortunately we won't go for this beta for this newest build, and there is another option. Yeah, it's confusing. There is something like Armbian archive, and we can head to the archive and we can see Banana Pi archive, and we've got the all distributions. Then what we can see 23.02, it's almost new, I would say. 27 February, so that's not that old, to be honest. Okay, and which we want to choose? Let's highlight the current what we are considering. Bullseye versus Jammy. Jammy is Ubuntu. We don't need Ubuntu. When to choose Ubuntu? Based on my experience, when I wanted to have 3D graphics acceleration, I had to choose Ubuntu. But this time we don't need any graphic acceleration, so we will focus on Bullseye. And now we've got 1, 2, 3 builds. This one is XFCE desktop, as we see on the bottom. This one is minimal, and this one is current, like something like normal. I chose the minimal one because we don't have to have anything else than that what we install. After we downloaded it, I use Balana Etcher. It's the software for reading SD card. Of course, now we put the SD card to our computer. We select the file, then we select the target, and when everything is done, we click flash. Okay, once everything is done, we can close the program, then we can eject our SD card, and we have to put it into our Banana Pi or any other single board PC. Then we have to connect the Ethernet cable to this single board PC, and we have to connect the power supply, of course. After we connected the Banana Pi to power, we have to give it a time to first boot up. Then we have to find the address of our Banana Pi. We can do it by going to our router settings. As we can see, there is a Banana Pi at this address. Now we are going to use putty. Click accept. Then we've got the login prompt. Armbian has default values. Login is root, password is 1234, and we are in. Now it's creating password because it's unsafe to use 1234, so I'm using a little bit stronger. We don't have to create a new user account, so I press now Ctrl C. And now it's time for apt-get update. Next we have to write apt-get upgrade to upgrade uninstalled packets. It shouldn't take too long because we've got minimal image, so only very necessary things are installed. Okay, the upgrade finished, and as we can see there, the time is wrong, so we can just run the reconfigure. And we can select there using arrows and enter what time zone do we use. And now time is correct. Okay, so generally at this moment we've got a pretty blank system, and we are ready to install the pi-hole, but I will show you why we are using the minimal image. As you can see, there is 64 megabytes of memory used, and there is a system running, yeah, so that's amazing. Okay, to install the pi-hole, we can move to any other folder, and we have to write this command. This generally will use curl to download the script, then it will open it in bash. So run it, and generally we have to wait, and the installer menu appeared, so we press enter to configure. It's reminding us that we have to get static IP address for our Pi. Now we are going to set the DNS which we are going to use. In most cases it will be Google DNS. It's asking if we want to add additional list. Why not? And of course we want to install admin interface with the server. Query logging, yes. And we can show everything because it's good that you will have vision what websites were visited, and if something got blocked you can easily unblock them. Okay, everything got installed, and now we can see our link to the admin panel, and there is our password. So let's go to this address, and now we've got the admin panel of our pi-hole. The most important things are adlists, and there is the list which we agreed to be added, and there is a place to add additional lists, and there is a website or many websites where you can find lists. I recommend this one, the fireblock.net, and generally without reading anything we just copy the green ones and press add. The green ones are marked as a list which won't affect the normal use of browsing the websites. I mean, there won't be false positives in blocking. Okay, and there's one other list. Okay, since we've got add every list, we have to load them, and we have to go to tools, update gravity, and press the update. Then we have to wait until everything will be parsed. Okay, and finally we've got the success message. So that means we've got domains loaded, and we can see now it's over 600,000 of domains. Now it's nothing happens there, but there is one another thing that we have to install to make it really nice. There is a documentation about Unbound, and there are installation commands. So generally, let's install the Unbound. What does it do? The pi-hole is working as a DNS server. That means if we are going to google.com, our PC will ask Banana Pi, I'm looking for IP address of the google.com. Then the pi-hole is asking Google DNS servers for the IP address. And before it give us the IP address, it's checking that this IP address or the website domain is not on the add list to blocked. If it's not on the list to be blocked, we have the response with the IP address, so the google.com opens. Yeah, the unbound packet is making this process a little bit faster, because if we open a few times google.com, the IP address for this website is being saved in the pi-hole, so the whole route is not going far to Google DNS, but the pi-hole is directly responding it using the cached IP address. So we've got the privacy increase, because we are not sending our requests to the website, because we've got it already cached, and we've got faster response. That means the website should open faster. After installation we have to configure it, so we have to open this config and paste everything which is located there. Control X to exit. It will ask to save. Press Y and enter to confirm the name. And we have to reset the unbound service to let it work. Then we have to test it, if is it working. And we can see that we've got answer, so that means it works. There is another thing that we could do, because when we scroll down, we have to configure our pi-hole as a DNS server. So we have to go to the settings, then we have to go to the DNS section. We have to uncheck those two, and we have to set upstream DNS server to this address IP, which points the banana P, and this port. Then we have to click save on the bottom. Okay. Next, we've got we have to disable resolvconf if anything was using it. Generally, without reading, we have to just paste this command, and we can see it's active, so we have to disable it. And it got removed. If it was invoked anywhere else, so we have to just check it, and it cannot find the file or dictionary, so that means it's okay, and we have to restart the unbound service. Okay, and generally now our banana P is successfully set up. We can use it. So now we have to share the address of the banana Pi to our devices. Unfortunately, each router has different things. Okay, we'll change the DNS servers in our router. Generally, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and hit the subscribe button. Bye!